This video is an overview of all the steps we need to take to be able to use the table for the standard normal random variable. In the previous videos, we have explained each step one by one with examples. Here, we will do just an overview and give you the order in which you should apply those steps and then do some examples. Okay, so the steps you need to take, the orders are going to be this way. First of all, the first step is that if you have two inequalities, turn them to one inequality. So turn two inequalities to one inequality. Well, what do I mean by that? Well, we have done this work, that probability of Z between A and B. There are two inequalities. You turn it to one inequality. While there will be two probabilities we need to compute. Well, sorry, probability of Z less than the smaller one. But now we have only one probabilities, inequalities in the probability. That's the first step. Step two is get rid of the negative sign. So if you have probability of Z less than negative K, you can always drop that negative if you flip the inequality, or you can do the other way around. If Z is bigger than minus K, you can drop the negative and flip the inequality. Step 3. Change Z bigger than to Z less than. So if you have probability of Z bigger than a positive number, you can write it the 1 minus probability of Z less than the same positive number. Why do we do this thing first? You notice that everything after doing these three steps will be combination of probabilities of Z less than some positive number, and Z less than positive number, the probability of such event is given in the table. So that's the last step. Use the table to evaluate. So at each step you get some different things, you use those ones, and then that's it. You have the numbers. Okay, so let's see these things in some examples. Example, use the probability. The first one is, what is probability of Z being between negative 0.5 and positive 2.54. And I have another example. The second one is probability of, what did happen there? Probability of Z between two negative numbers, negative 2.29, negative 0.27. Okay, I will need the table for Z, so let me import it here. This is the table we have been using. Very nice. Okay, go up. Okay, very nice. Okay, so step by step, turn two inequalities to one inequality. So z less than 2.54 minus probability of z less than negative 0.1. The number z less than 0.5 we can find from the table, but let me just keep it for the last step. Z less than 2.45 minus probability of z less than a negative number. While the second step is that drop those negative numbers, negative signs. So I can say that z and this positive 0.5, but we have to flip the inequality. Well, that's very nice, but now we have z bigger than a positive number. Well, we can do 1 minus probability of z less than that number. Now, everything is z less than some positive number. We can use the table here. 2.5 is somewhere here. 0.04, that's there. Come down here. I need you. And then you go there. That's the number we are looking for. 9945, 0.9945 minus 1 plus probability of z less than 0.1. This is 0.1. The second decimal is 0. So that is 5398. So we need to add these two, so it will be 3, go there, 1, 4, go 1 there, it's 3, go 1 there, 5, 1, and then minus 1, which gives me 0, 5343. How about this other one? Remember the steps. 2 to 1, so probability of z less than negative 227 minus probability of z less than negative 229. Get rid of negative sign, so this is z. I can drop the negative sign, but I have to flip the inequality. The same goes here, drop the negative sign, but you have to flip the inequality. Now, the third step is turn greater than to smaller than. This would be 1 minus z less than 0.27 minus 1 minus probability of z less than 0.27, and that's it. So this one cancels with that, and we get, so this is negative times negative, this is probability of z less than 0.27 plus, oh sorry, this other one has a negative sign, minus, this has a negative sign, probability of z less than 0.27. Why both of them are the same thing? I made a mistake here. So this is 1 minus, sorry, this is where I made a mistake. 2.29, this then needs to be 2.29. Okay, this way now we are good. 2.29, 2.2, and then go up to the end, that's the number. This is the number 98, 90, 0, 98, 90 minus 0.27. So 0.2, then go up to the 7th thing. Yes, this is the number. So I have 60, 64, 0, 60, 64. And that gives me 6, 3 and 8. Oh no, this is 6, 2, then this is 8, and then that is just 3. Yes, and that's the probability we were looking for. Okay, so that was the example. Now we want to do one more example. Find the value of k such that probability of z bigger than 0.44 less than k is equal to 0.2188. Okay, for a moment forget the right hand side, we just work with the left hand side. Probability of 0.44 z bigger than that and less than k. Well, turn 2 to 1, z less than 4 minus probability of z less than 0.44. Yes, and then we know what is 0.44. I can pick it from there. 0.44. We can get it from here. This is 4, and then 4. That's the number. 0.6700. So this is probability of z less than k minus 0.6700. Okay, this whole thing is going to be equal to 0.2188. As a result, probability of z less than k is equal to 0.67 plus 0.2188. And from there, this is 8, 8, 8, and another 8, 0. Yes. So this is now the number we can go and find from the table and tell what is k. So we need to find 0.880. This is the number. Yes. So we need to pick this piece. We need to pick that one. This is 1.22. So that is from the table. K is 1.22. Again, the steps you learn from the previous videos, if you don't apply them in the right order, then you may get into trouble. This is the right order you can apply, and then with some examples.